The sun rises over the hills of Italy and brightens the land which is filled with promises. In this era of trouble and conflict, a new power occurs, a power that shapes the history of this story. This is the story of Rome, a city that rises from conflict to ambition. It's a story of brave leaders, brutal battles, and a continuous search for greatness. Also, it's a journey of Rome from a small village into one of the most powerful empires the world has ever known. Rome was founded by two legendary brothers, Romulus and Remus, in 753 BC. They are born to Rhea Silvia, a Vestal virgin, and Mars, the god of war. Their birth is surrounded by danger as their mother's uncle, King Amulius, fears they will lean on his rule. That's why he orders them to be thrown in the Tiber River. But destiny has some other plans. The river carries both of them safely to the ground, where a she-wolf finds them and brings them to her cave. As they grow up under her care, they become strong, brave, and courageous young men. In this period, they eventually find out about their true inheritance and decide to win back their right place and legacy. With the right supporters by their side, they return to central Italy, Alba Longa, to confront King Amulius. In this brutal fight of courage and bravery, they successfully defeat him and bring back their grandfather to power and legacy. But their journey does not end there. It is far away from this battle, and it is just the beginning of something much greater than this. After bringing their grandfather's throne to them, the two brothers Romulus and Remus want to create their city. They selected the location near the Tiber River because of this river, and with the help of a she-wolf, they saved their lives. But there is disagreement between them about which specific place they want to build their new city. Romulus prefers the Palatine Hill, while Remus prefers the Aventine Hill. Their argument grows and turns into a heated confrontation that would change everything. And here's the tragic twist of this story. Romulus killed his brother Remus in anger. As his brother is no more, he becomes the sole founder of Rome City. He names the city himself, Rome, and successfully creates and rules a place where everyone can live freely and safely. Building this is easy for him, but attracting people to live in the city becomes a challenge for him. But as his destiny is with him, he overcomes this challenge also and offers people safety and freedom in his city to attract more people. He sets no boundaries for anyone and invites all people from refugees to outlaws. Anyone who wants a fresh start in their lives can come and live in Rome. As Rome begins to grow in size and population, there's a significant problem. There are not enough women for all the men. Romulus knows that for his city to be established and succeed, families need to be formed. To resolve this problem, he organizes a grand festival called Consualia and invites all the neighboring tribes, including the Sabines, to join this celebration. Sabines are Italic people who live in the Apennine Mountains and Latium in the Italian peninsula. During this event of joy and music, Romulus orders his men to seize the Sabine women. This shocking act of deception sparks anger among the Sabine men who feel betrayed. After this, the Sabines declare war on Rome. As pressure rises between both parties, something unexpected happens. The Sabine women get involved. These women decide to stand between their fathers and husbands and request peace and prosperity. They also remind everyone that now they were part of both families, the Romans and the Sabines. As the peace is restored through these courageous women, Romulus identifies another opportunity to grow his city. He doesn't want further division from the Sabines, so he proposes that both groups, the Sabines and the Romans, can come together as one community under Roman rule. Unexpectedly, the Sabines accept this proposal because it offers a peaceful solution to the conflict and ensures mutual benefits for both parties. By uniting as one community under Roman rule, they could share their resources, improve their defense systems, and create a more powerful and reliable community. This union helps the Sabines retain some of their cultural identity while becoming part of a growing and rich Roman state. This union also helps Rome to boost and succeed significantly. It brings the two strongest cultures together, the Sabines and the Romans, creating a richer society filled with diverse traditions. Time continues to move, and Romulus continuously expands Rome's territory through military and strategic union with neighboring tribes. Now Romans are known for their discipline in battles and innovative techniques that lead them to victory, even if they fight against large forces. Under Romulus's leadership, Rome became known as a formidable power of central Italy, Alba Longa. His military campaigns not only brought victory while securing the borders, but also brought wealth through the remaining resources from the defeated enemies. Besides his efforts to build Rome as a power-packed city, not everyone supports his approach. Over time, multiple divisions rise in the city. Now the period of Romulus's rule is completed, and destiny decides to take a new twist. One day, the story goes that Romulus mysteriously disappears during a storm. Some people think that he is taken by the gods, while others think that the senator planned his downfall. This sudden end of Romulus's rule leaves Rome City without a king, driving the people to uncertainty. As the problems become a regular challenge for people living in the city, they decide to select a new king. After much debate, the Romans chose a new ruler in 763 BC, King Numa Pompilius. Unlike Romulus, he is a wise leader who focuses on unity and spiritual growth for the people. The king Numa Pompilius proves that he is the best choice to rule Rome. He is not only known for his wisdom and dedication, but also people liked him because he established religious practices that helped to unify the people of Rome. He also builds temples and dedicates them to multiple gods, encouraging peace among the rival factions. His approach to strengthening the community earns him the respect and loyalty of the Romans. However, he turned Rome into a more balanced society, marking a new era in Rome after the dramatic end of Romulus's rule. While some people appreciate Rome's transformation from a war-driven city to a more religious state, many others aren't happy as they feel they were disconnected from the monarchical rule. It is because King Numa focused on region and unity more than wars, which upsets those soldiers who want to grow Rome through conquest. However, again, Rome's power begins to grow, and so does discontent among its citizens regarding monarchical rule. Many people feel that power should not only rest in the hands of kings, it should be distributed among the people too. The growing sentiment becomes the demand of potential citizens, and now they call for change in the city. King Numa Pompilius passes away after a long rule. After his death, several kings ruled Rome with their perspectives. The third king is Tullus Hostilius, who believes that Rome needs power, so he leads many victories, but in an aggressive way. But he is struck down by lightning. Some people believe it's his punishment from God. Again, the son of a balanced approach to peace and war arises with the fourth king of Rome, Ancus Marcius. He plays a major role in expanding Rome's borders and constructing ports, bridges, and infrastructure that help Rome to connect with the world. After him, King Lucius Tarquinius takes the rule under his control and introduces grand building projects, including Cloaca Maxima and Rome's famous sewer system. But later, he is murdered by his rivals. After his death, King Servius Tullius takes the throne. He is loved and honored by the common people, but unfortunately betrayed by his own family. His daughter plans with her husband, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, to replace him. So King Tarquin becomes the ruler through betrayal. Unlike other rulers, he rules the city with a high level of arrogance and cruelty. He also ignores the Senate, abuses people, and uses his power to maintain his fear in the city. In 509 BC, citizens decided not to struggle more and fight against him. Lucius Junius Brutus, and with the help of noble families, they are successfully overthrowing out of power. This journey from monarchy to republic is not easy for them. But still, they mark it as a turning point in Roman history. Now the Roman Republic is established with elected officials ensuring the interests of the citizens are considered instead of the city being ruled by kings alone. Over time, with this new system, political institutions took place and defined Roman governance for centuries. Consuls were elected annually, tribunes represented the common people's interest, and assemblies allowed all citizens to vote on important matters. The republican structure also promotes political participation among Romans while also maintaining power checks. So it becomes an essential factor to maintain stability within the society without having internal conflicts arising over time. During this period, not only do political institutions become powerful, but the Roman army also becomes one of the most formidable fighting forces, known for its discipline, training techniques, and innovation. Also, they are not only famous for connecting different parts across the territories conquered over time, but ultimately also for expanding Rome's beyond Italy. Under leaders like Gaius Marius, they reformed recruitment policies and allowed middle-class people to access military ranks, thus increasing manpower available during campaigns against external enemies, including Carthage, a powerful rival located across the Mediterranean Sea. At the beginning of 264 BC, the Punic Wars started between these two great powers. Eventually, after 3 major conflicts, Rome inflicted defeat upon Carthage, paving the way toward dominance throughout the Mediterranean region and establishing Rome as a superpower. While military conquests expand territorial borders, cultural flourishing appears simultaneously within newly acquired lands. Now Romans embrace diverse cultures, combining custom traditions, languages, and architectural styles, creating a rich history that reflects unity and diversity throughout the empire. During this period, the construction project involves magnificent structures, such as providing fresh water supply across city roads, facilitating trade travel, connecting distant regions, enhancing economic growth and prosperity overall. Also, art literature succeeds along with engineering advancements that result in outstanding achievements affecting future generations and shaping Western civilization. As centuries pass away, these transformations continue to shape the identity legacy left behind by those who fight tirelessly toward greatness. From founding figures like Romulus and Remus to each citizen calling themselves proudly Romans, it is a journey from resilience to spiritual determination. Overall, the establishment of the Roman Republic is a new chapter towards a brighter future, but it is filled with endless adventures awaiting to discover. Political rivalries take place, and Julius Caesar gains popularity among the masses while also inciting fear among traditional elites concerned about losing control over government affairs. His rise culminated when he crossed the Rubicon River, defying Senate orders, sparking civil war, leading him to become a dictator of life. In 44 BC, on the 15th of March, the news of Julius Caesar's murder spread shockwaves throughout the empire, dropping the Union further uncertainty. Later on, Octavian, known as Augustus, restores all orders and brings back Roman peace by transforming the landscape. This transformation includes reforms in the taxation system, infrastructure development, and promoting trade and commerce across the world. The city of Rome began with a small settlement near the Tiber River, but the leaders, including Romulus, Numa Pompilius, and others, built a great empire full of power, culture, and glory. However, such big dreams always come with a lot of hurdles and big challenges. As Rome grows, it not only faces enemies outside, but also has to struggle with its walls. The Senate is filled with arguments about the future of Rome, while the soldiers are walking to the unknown lands to fight brutal battles. The road to power is not easy. There are betrayals, broken unions, and sacrifices that shape the empire. Yet the leaders didn't give up on their vision and made Rome one of the greatest empires in the world. Roman armies win many victories. Its land stretches far and wide. Rivals always fight for control, civil wars break out, and still, enemies from outside threaten its border. So the question is, could Rome stay strong and united, or would its ambition lead to fall? The rise of Rome is full of struggles and victory. It is a story and hope and greatness. So does the dream of an endless Rome survive, or does it fall under the weight of its success?